Welcome to This Is True Really News. Coming up today, the Flathead Beacon Police Blotter. I know a lot of you wait for it, so there it is.
It's the highlight of my week.
Please like, subscribe, and follow This Is True Really News. And if you feel like commenting, comment. If you feel like sending us a story you've seen that you think that we could use, send it to us at TITR@netradio.network.
This is True Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Varcanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
So, when you see a headline that says cheeky, you just kind of have to read it, right?
Yeah, usually.
A British IBM IT. So that would be a British.
I do too, but I don't brag about it.
That would be a British IBM.
IBM.
50-year-old Ian Clifford has not worked really since September of 2008. Go ahead, you can do the math. No, you can't.
No,
about 58 years ago.
That's what I was
as
thinking.
He battled mental health issues and stage 4 leukemia.
Well,
the odd part about this was not just the cheeky, but it showed up in a Business Insider report.
Okay. Didn't everybody at the office know he was ill?
Clifford's been on sick leave for 15 years. He's collected a salary of about $68,000 per year after he reached an agreement with IBM in 2013. So that would be 28, 13, 58 years after he coming to work.
Absolutely. Dead on 58 years, too, I might add.
On the schnozola. But in the February of 2022, Clifford testified in an employment tribunal that he had been treated unfairly. Can you guess why? He hadn't had a salary increase since the 2013 agreement. That's what good old-fashioned socialism gets you right there. He argued that inflation was causing his income to wither and sought a pay raise of 2.5%.
That's a pretty small pay raise.
Your mortgage doesn't go down because you're sick.
No, it doesn't.
This spring, Paul House ago, it looks like House Ego, the way it's written. An employment judge actually rejected Clifford's argument, saying Clifford has been treated more favorably than others because he was being paid without doing any work. Thank you very much.
If you don't like it, quit.
And in a fit of clear-headed thinking, Clifford's going to appeal.
Well, this should get interesting.
Well, you know, when you're taken care of, you want to be taken care of in style. Keep telling Robin that, and she said, get a job, but I tune out by then.
The Flathead Beacon Police Blotter.
Thank you.
9:10 a.m. In a response to a complaint about barking dogs, a woman who owns 4 dogs stated they never bark, except for half an hour each morning. 9:27 a.m. In response to another complaint about barking dogs, a man who owns 6 dogs said he planned to file a retaliatory complaint about the neighbor he suspected made the complaint, but wasn't sure what it would be about.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah. I'm going to complain.
I'm going to give you such a complaint.
Just stand by. I'll call back in a minute. 6:54 a.m. A dozen horses were on their way to the baseball fields. 8:46 a.m. 20 mules were loose and wrecking a series of residential yards.
Well, they couldn't wreck the baseball field.
Right. Send them to the baseball field with the horses. They can play a game.
They'll be fine.
Give them
horses versus asses.
Well, then they'd have to let the politicians out.
No, I meant the specific 4-legged kind.
Oh, okay. 3:43 p.m. A woman in her 60s threatened to have her husband come beat up some people she was upset at. Hello, 911. I'm going to have my husband beat up some people.
I'm sending my husband Clarence over. He is going to smack them such a smack.
He will beat them roundly about the head and neck.
Of course, he shrunk some. Maybe it'll be more around the shoulders, chest area. Might be a pretty good shot to the belly button in there.
And who could blame him?
I got to tell you, I love those.
Isn't it? It's just, and Chris used to live near there. My brother Chris, no relation. He used to live right up there. He was in Whitefish.
That explains a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, students, you were one once.
Not a very good one.
You know
I
how
was great in high school.
Sorry, something lodged in my.
Yeah, all of the teachers
Funny
said I was college material. Then I went to college and they said, no, you're not. And I agreed with them.
Are we sure you're high school material? We all know
Can you
that
even add?
students will find ways to try and get out of testing.
Yep.
So it was in Hemlock, Michigan last spring when an enterprising young student, to avoid a math test, reported an alien invasion. According to KTVZ TV, the student reported that ET came from the skies. Well, actually, the ETs came from the skies in flying saucers.
The Ets?
No, extraterrestrials, as in plural.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't just one. Ouch. Where was I? Here we go. They came from the skies in flying saucers, no cups, and landed on the playground. And you guessed it, rumors flew amongst the student body on social media.
How old was this kid?
I'm guessing old enough to know better.
Well, that sounds like grade school to me.
It doesn't say, but if you're doing a math test, well, I can see high school. I can see it up through high school.
Yeah, but the kids were on the playground. There's no playground at high school other than under the
bleachers. Could be middle school.
There we go. Well,
somewhere
middle.
in there.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. That's true. It could be middle school.
Superintendent Don Killingbeck, who really sounds like it should be like an action hero. You're going to change the first name, right, to like Max Killingbeck. Superintendent Don wasn't having any of this. He said, we have thoroughly investigated the situation. There is no evidence of any alien activity on our school grounds. And yes, the prankster has been disciplined.
No test for you. Hey, I win.
He was last heard saying, ouch.
Speaking of kids in school, 25, count them, 25 primary school children.
Okay, 25.
There we go. Have been removed from their teacher's car after she was pulled over.
They could be college material.
The unnamed woman was stopped in the Bukhara region of Uzbekistan in a Chevrolet Spark, the smallest car in the Chevrolet range.
One of the smallest cars in the history of the earth.
The footage released by the Road Safety Service showed 3 children riding in the boot. Of
course it did.
6 on the front seat, and the final 16 squashed into every spare inch of the back seat.
I love that, the final 16.
The car was originally designed for 4 passengers.
Give or take. Actually,
5 if they were small. You know.
Yeah.
According to the teacher, this hellish clown car scenario was how she regularly transported her pupils home.
Really?
She's been sentenced for unsafe driving by a public council in Uzbekistan, and the children are living at school.
Why do I want to sing? Why do I want to sing a rousing rendition of "It's a Small World"? After all,
yeah, no, maybe they were just part of the Lollipop Guild.
Who can? They might represent. Well, yes, you can never tell. Say good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.